So many people today are essentially exhausted and they just have so much difficulty sleeping. And when I hear this, I always recommend to look at the three key things. Number one is routine. Like it's so important to literally go to bed at the same time every night, wake up at the same time every morning as consistently as we can, because then the biorhythms of the body will sort of sync for you and start working on your behalf. And it'll go, oh, it's time to sleep. And it'll start to preemptively do the things in which it needs to do to get really great rest. And then the second thing is managing nutrition, like making sure that our blood sugar is as consistent throughout the day as possible. And now they have this great technology where you can just get a blood sugar monitor, pop it on your arm, and then measure your glucose throughout the day so that you're not having those extreme spikes and peaks and valleys, right? We're in a nice, smooth blood sugar throughout the day, and then also making sure we're optimizing hormones. But so much of hormone has to do with nutrition. So you want to optimize nutrition and blood sugar first, and then look at hormones. And then if that's still not working and the mind is just racing when you're trying to sleep, then the third component is learning to still the mind. And it's counterintuitive on how we do this, because most people, they try to still the mind by wrestling with the mind or convincing themselves that everything's okay. And then this just exacerbates the condition and the mind wants to race more and more and more. And so one of the most effective ways I know to calm and still the mind and also trigger your nervous system so that it's ready to sleep is to learn how to turn on a parasympathetic state in your nervous system. And the most effective way I know how to do this is by leveraging the four-sided breath, learning how to do the four-sided breath and doing that four-sided breath 10 minutes before you're going to go to sleep. And then if your mind is racing or you wake up in the middle of the night and the mind is racing, or you're in that fight or flight response, you want to go ahead and just immediately start doing your four-sided breath until you drift back off to sleep. This will activate your parasympathetic nervous system, rest, digest, rejuvenation system, and essentially it will still the mind because all the focus is going to the technique of doing the breath properly. And as always, you can access the four-sided breath technique and additional strategies on how to manage your mind so that you find that peaceful centeredness, which is conducive for sleeping in the Power of Focus series, which is accessible through your membership.